So, undergraduate students from Georgetown University voted to pay $27 per semester fee for slavery reparations to benefit descendants of slaves sold by the school in the 1800s. Now, in 1789, the school was founded by John Carroll, who actually benefit from the backs of slaves. They used to work to do different like odd jobs in there. The first admitted person was in the 1950s. So in the particular time then in 1700s and 1800s, they were not, able to like perform or just receive academic, help or have anything to pursue some type of degree so they can help benefit themselves. So it was just a lot of that stuff going on, and it was pretty much crazy, man. At the end of the day, it was like, I guess you want to say it's like a little racist turn though. But in 1838, you got President Thomas Mudley. He orchestrated a sale of enslaved people for the benefit of the school to Henry Johnson and Jesse Betty of Louisiana. Now the school named itself the 272. I want to say they represent the 272 slaves that didn't benefit from this type of institution, and they're going to use this fund and this money to actually help healthcare initiatives to build some type of education in the communities of Maryland and Louisiana. Now, it's been a vote over 2,500 students that voted for this. And it was like 1,000, I want to say 304 students that were opposed to it. So 66% of them wanted the contribution. They wanted the reconciliation contribution, and that's pretty much one of their main goals is. And I just found this poll kind of interesting though. I mean, even though like the slaves in a particular time in the late 1800s, they were shipped to New Orleans and they were dispersed into sugar plantations and for a long time. So I mean, they literally built this school, had ground, but still didn't benefit financially. And I think in September 15, that led to the inspiration of John DeGoya. He was the president of Georgetown University. He said, hey, we can conduct a study. It would be good that people, the descendants of slaves, that, to benefit this money, we can use this money to help, like, or do some type of fund, and use this money to embrace and help in our communities, even though, we are integrated right now ever since the 1950s, 1954, due to Brown versus Board of Education. But this led to 272 slaves in 1838. This is the whole representation of this. Some people was really disagreeing about this. I think one of the economic presidents was saying, well, you're going to really conduct a study and you're going to give like approval from undergraduate students who are the lowest, they're unsuccessful financial people, and you're going to give them a platform for the most part. And this is going to see the tuition, because I believe Georgetown University is very expensive, especially in the medical school department. I mean, even if they succeed, they will at least make $406,000 the first year, and that's very impressive. Just using that money in order to improve their communities, the surrounding communities that they were slaves. Because I believe like when the slaves were captured here in America, in Africa, and transported into America, the first slave port was Annapolis, Maryland. And in that particular time, though, the slaves were just like, they was doing a mass sale, like Thomas Mudley and Henry Johnson, all these individuals, and up to April 14th in 1862, slavery was abolished in Washington, D.C. I believe that was like 8 months before the Emancipation Proclamation, okay, that was signed by Abraham Lincoln. But a lot of this stuff, man, it's real interesting, though, that, they came up with a rally about this. Some African Americans, Hispanics, some whites was in there as well, and to really erase this awareness, even though it's been going on for a long time. But maybe think that, as African Americans, we really had a rich history in this. Over 7,463 students that's going to be enrolled. Yeah, the $406,000 the first year is going to be on it. But the annual tuition is at least about $54,000. That's going to be increased if this succeeds. And then you got to understand the room and board is going to cost at least about $16,000. $16,000, like $100, man. So, that's a lot of money, man. So the tuition is going to continuously grow up. But, you got people to invest in these colleges. They feel like, okay, it's going to be some type of political revolution. Like, what is the problem? Like, they really collectively, African Americans or people in general is going to come together and understand this cost. Now, we understand, like, hey, they have a bad pass in the Georgetown University at this moment. But I remember, I think it was Anthony Webb, and he has a YouTube channel, and he went to medical school at Georgetown University. I don't believe he spoke, well, as far as I know, in his platform. He make a lot of medical videos, but he didn't really speak on the history of Georgetown. But as a black man, he went to, the military. Then he came back and decided to use his education to be able to go to medical school. He said it was very expensive, but he became very successful. And right now, yes, black people can be successful in these white institutions. It is very possible, but it's just like for the rich history. I guess in the particular moment, they're going to utilize like, hey, man, we need some type of reparations or some type of money or fund that's going to help those that are impoverished. And I think that's really, really cool. That's just something to step on. It's a good leader. That's great leadership. I just think, as in America. But at the end of the day, I'm really, I don't know. I'm not speechless, but I'm just like, wow, man, this is very interesting though. Like, a young collective mind of individuals proposing this. So the GVSU 272. It's gonna be real interesting though. In Washington D.C. though, the contribution fee and the referendum is just really been established right now in this university, and this is gonna be the first major like fund of the U.S. of any major U.S. institution, as opposed to like far as reparations to a specific race of people. So I'm gonna have the story in the description box. And it's just a little like brief history of Georgetown University and a lot of things I didn't even know about. But I think this kind of really give like the incentive of why individuals encourage their kids to go to HBCUs, those of color, or to respect their heritage, because Booker T. Washington, Tuskegee Institute, Martin Luther King, went to Morehouse. I mean, I guess they treat African Americans a little bit better. They have a rich history, and then a lot of successful black inventors came from these schools and made something out of themselves. So, and it's a great way to, give back, to the community and just embrace where you came from. So we just gotta have a lot of pride in that. So I kind of see why in that hand in hand. But this your boy on Link. I'm not gonna draw this too long. I just went through this video out here for you guys. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for like my video, taking the time out your day to just check me out. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. For you brothers, this black male content, I just want to continue to grow. I'm gonna get a new mic. We're gonna start inviting more individuals on the show. Talk about finance, business, politics, things that are really good for the community. So just keep this coming. Share this video. That's the best thing you can do. I love you guys. I'm out. Deuces.